Late night talking under moon's glow.
Hey, what's up, fam?
What's up, fam?
Hey, just
Charles
keeping it
and
real with Charles and
Melendia
Melendia.
got
yep,
the
here we
flow.
go with another
Welcome to Thursday's Dose.
Real
Thursday's
talk,
dose, y'all.
And
ain't no
today we got
need
a
for
dose of
show.
something that you might want to swallow.
You all plus us, we need to stop making comparisons
We do.
because
Mm,
society has us in a place that we compare everything just about.
yeah.
And what does it do?
Mm-hmm.
Leads us into a trap to
Mm-hmm.
think that guess what? Things are better over there than right here.
Yes, it
Okay?
does. Yeah. So, what we don't realize that there is a facade of things when it
Yes.
comes to comparison.
Truly, truly, yeah, truly, yeah.
Yeah. So, and there's even a scripture.
Oh
I
yeah.
think that's a foundational scripture about
Hmm.
comparison.
Yes. And that will be coming from Second Corinthians,
Mm,
10 chapter 12 verse. It says, "They that compare themselves among themselves are not
they're
wise."
not.
So think
Mm-hmm.
about that one just for a second.
Mm-hmm.
They that compare themselves among themselves are not wise. Okay, so in short, what is comparison?
When comparison is, you're looking at one thing versus another and thinking one thing better than the other.
Okay, yes.
So,
Uh-huh.
but when we
Right.
look at it in relationships,
Okay.
we talk about relationships where the measurement of relationships is usually off kilter.
Okay. What do
It's
you mean?
meaning when you're comparing,
Okay.
because you're
Uh-huh.
comparing, oh wow, they look like they're doing great.
So there has to be, I guess you could say, there has to be an example of something that we hold to be the thing. This
Hmm.
is where it needs to be. This is the high level, or this is the epitome of relationships, or whatever it is. So we're comparing ours either to theirs.
Right.
Okay.
So
So
when we
okay.
do it, I would say in comparing is measuring your relationship
Uh-huh.
and life and blessings against others.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's talk about, just like we mentioned marriage, some of the relationship things, or things in relationships or
Mm-hmm.
marriages.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be, hey, they look like they're happy. Have you ever said that before?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Have you ever said it? Have y'all ever felt like that? Oh, look, they look so happy.
I want to say
Go ahead.
because people may look at us on here.
Talk to me, my ninja. Yes,
They may
yes,
be
yes.
looking at us right
we,
here.
we have heard that for years.
Yeah.
I mean, even yesterday, did you hear people think, "Oh, y'all look so blah 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 blah."
Yeah, but we got our issues too.
Showing up.
But the
Okay.
thing is, like, no, I'm not gonna take away
No.
from anything.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna take away
Well,
from
we
it.
love each other.
Yeah, we do.
We
I even like each other.
like each other. Remember,
Sometimes. Anyway, don't get off the
so often you helped us with that. Okay, about like, because we said sometimes we don't like each other.
Yeah,
Well, let's
but I
just say,
mean,
go ahead.
I want to
Go
say
ahead. Yeah.
that I
Go ahead.
appreciate because what you see here is what it is. We are not trying to make ourselves look different than what we really are here.
Nope.
So when you see us here, we're the same as if you seen us out.
Right.
So I do appreciate if we are imparting something for you
Yes.
in your marriage. You don't have to compare us
Right.
with you. You just look at this is a real example right here
Go ahead.
versus we are the real
Oh,
example.
I thought you was giving the example,
No, no,
but
no.
you are giving us as an example.
Right.
Right.
So
Right.
God has given us the ability to share and show something that you can use
Mm-hmm.
to strengthen your relationship from us. Then
Right.
glory be to God. But let's not take it as
Mm-hmm. Like we have reached it, or
right.
we're there. No,
Right.
absolutely not.
So
So
you
we're
gotta
trying to
emphasize
get
it.
there. And the thing is, we're working that. We're
Yeah.
working to get there because,
Yeah.
I mean, that's just, the thing like society does.
Mm-hmm.
We see movies, these love movies, and it look like everything is so perfect. And some of the people you see, I wish we were like them. But if you stood in their house in the corner, they didn't know you were there,
Mm-hmm.
you probably hear something that you say, oh no, I don't want to be like that.
Well, I can even think about times. Now, we get real deep into this as far as when my sister passed away.
Okay. Uh-huh.
And people, you have some of your loved ones that may have passed away, and you were like, they were doing so great.
Mm-hmm.
They were doing. Why did they have to leave? Because look at this person over
Okay,
here.
comparison.
You know,
Yeah,
so
right.
you know we
Sure.
can use that in several different
Yeah, I got
ways.
Mhm.
But with
Right.
that, you know, God has the final say.
Yes.
So, you know, at one time, and I'm guilty as charged,
Right.
that during that struggle, that period,
Mhm.
I have thought, wow, why did he take her? Because
Mhm.
compared to them, they wasn't living right.
And okay,
So
right.
I can say that I fell into that trap.
Okay, all
I
right.
fell into. In addition, another instance, we had a friend that it seemed like they were doing great. They were doing when we lived in a little
That's right.
country town somewhere.
Yeah,
It
right.
seemed like they looked like things were just amazing, and we were going through some things with our son, and with
Right.
just life was
Yep.
really, really life,
Yep.
and then me,
Yes.
was comparing what I saw,
Mm-hmm.
not knowing what was going on in that
Right.
household.
And that's what I say too.
Mhm.
You may think that, Charles and Melendia, oh, they're doing so, but yet hearing we have real issues just like you.
Mhm.
And that's why we say we want to build a community, is that we become real in our conversation.
Yeah.
Stop, take the facade out, take all the pretense out. Let's just be real people,
Mhm.
and that's why we say you comment, you subscribe, and you hit that alert bell so you can get our content in the future.
Yeah, and
So we,
share it.
yeah, and make comments. We say
Yeah.
real people. I said that last time. We just like you. We have issues we deal with as well. So please let's do that.
Yeah.
So
So
even go ahead.
when we round it out to, we can talk
Mhm.
about comparison when it talks about
Mhm.
our spouse.
Sure. Right.
You know, we
Yeah.
may see,
Mhm.
or we could be around a couple that just looks so, he's so attentive to her,
Mhm.
or he does certain things. It's really heavy out here on social media.
Yes. Right.
You know, you look at and somebody is doing such a great thing with their spouse or doing certain things, and then would you sit there and then you romanticize in your head like, wow,
Mine, you probably thinking mine don't do that.
right,
So
right,
again,
right.
bigger, we thinking somebody has something more, have bigger, this and that and that. It's always a comparison. Bigger car, more car, bigger house, more house. We'll do that till the Lord Messiah comes back a second time. We'll keep doing that. So what are some of the dangers of comparison? Uh, Number one, you just said one, like if you're looking at somebody, say, oh, look how he treats his wife, and oh, my husband don't treat me like that. So this can actually steal your joy because you become unhappy or dissatisfied with your spouse if you feeling like that. And they say, well, huh, and then it makes you become ungrateful to your spouse, looking at somebody else
Yeah,
that may not really have it together the way you think.
right.
Yes, go ahead.
Because it's a facade.
Sure.
Now,
Yeah.
also, it will breed insecurity.
Okay.
You know,
Insecurity.
there are things that you may not feel that is being done, and it festers.
Okay.
So,
Right.
and in addition, resentment. Then you're looking at your companion, or looking at your significant other, or
Sure.
you know, and resenting them based on the pure fact of someone else.
Resentment is a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna tell you, and you mentioned festering, sometimes can go real deep. You'll think that your argument or disagreement is about this, and it could be about something totally that somebody that compared you to, and they don't like the way you do. Okay. All right. So one of the other things, I think when it comes down to growth in a relationship, number one, we need to be on the same page, because we talked in the past about shared visions, having this is where we're headed, having a shared vision. So again, growing in the way of vision and seeing things the same. If somebody has their eyes on somebody else and looking at them and comparing to them, no, he's not like that. Then again, it's going to distract one or the other from us reaching the goals that we're setting out to reach.
Yeah, definitely. And ultimately, it'll damage the intimacy and the trust.
The intimacy. Whoa.
Yes,
So things probably won't flow like they need to. And two, let's say if people were involved in relationships before, and sometimes in a new relationship or marriage, you might be comparing things. Because I know, can I be real?
I don't know, y'all.
Can I be real with you, woman?
Well, he'll be real, but
Can
I
I
don't
be
know what
real?
you're ready to say.
Listen to this. No, what I want to say to you about this. Sometimes there's a scripture, I think in Proverbs, that talks about like getting from your own cistern or your own well, per se. And it just seemed like it says like stolen water seems sweeter. That's the way it's saying. The things, if a person went and bought, let's say whether it's grapes or whatever, the verse is a person going into a store and stealing these grapes to say, oh man, these are some sweet grapes. And that same person probably turn around and pay for grapes and then say, oh man, these things don't taste right. Could be the same grapes. Sometimes things stolen or ill-gotten may be better than the ones bought right out. And I'm ready to tell you, when you mentioned intimacy now I'm ready to come real with you on that. Sometimes we probably may have said this, that our intimacy was better when it was stolen or not done right. But yet now we're in a relationship with God, and we're in a committed relationship with God, and we may say, oh, the sex is not even that great. It was better then. So those same comparisons don't have to be outside somebody. They could be right inside our relationship, tearing us apart.
Yeah, but you said the word here that I'm trying to clarify.
What else?
When you say stolen?
Stolen water. Understand? No, what I'm saying, I'm saying, okay, no, when I start talking about food or grape, I was giving an example. The Bible talks about stolen waters or sweeter to that degree. Like for some people, if they were to get something legitimate, it doesn't taste that well. But if they were to get it illegitimate, then it becomes, oh, this is good. Like this. That's in relationships. Like a person in an adulterous relationship, guess what? The excitement and the adrenaline behind all of that, it may make it so more exciting. That was good. But then in a committed relationship with my spouse, then boring. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about here. So go ahead.
I got you. So, we even it's the social media,
Oh Lord, yes.
Mariah.
Thank the Lord for social media.
It is, because we have seen some things that we probably wouldn't have been able to see.
Yeah.
But then that's not distort what we see.
So you mentioned about the mirage of social media. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. I'm thinking about how, if somebody's they broke off a relationship.
Okay.
Because whatever reason that just was not good for you.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. And after over time, today's era, you're doing flip through and trying to.
Y'all know about that.
Y'all know about that, right?
We know about it too.
I don't be flipping, but I know about it because I know some folks that be flipping.
Wait a minute. You don't be flipping.
I don't flip on the social media looking at guys like that.
Okay. Oh, you just. I mean, do you ever see guys that when you don't have to flip though?
Oh yeah.
Okay, now so that's what I'm saying. Now come on, real.
Listen.
Come on, real. Okay, I got you.
I'm talking about the dating app.
You know, it's more swiping.
I'm talking about the dating app.
I got you. Okay. I just had to check.
Oh, they check on that. I'm talking about like
I got
stars.
We get it.
Yeah, stuff. But anyway, like as I mentioned, like if you have broken off a relationship, and those that are seeking for a foundational relationship, you're looking for something. And from my understanding, when you flipping or whatever, or even if you happen to meet someone,
sure, okay,
the first thing you start doing is comparing to what you left.
Okay, so you mean previous relationship or something?
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I'm saying, isn't that what you left?
Right. Yeah.
Isn't that what you did not want?
Sure.
So why are we comparing what we don't want to what we're looking at to what we want? Why would you do that?
Maybe
there's some characteristics in there.
Right. Maybe they're looking to compare and to see the things I did like back here. Let's see, are they present in this
that
person?
Still can be damaging.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That can be damaging.
Oh, absolutely.
Because how are you going to grow?
Right. Exactly.
How are you even going to allow God to bless you if you, as a woman, how are you going to bless you? I'm saying for your Boaz.
Yes.
How is he going to bless you for your Boaz if you're looking at the one the jack behind you?
So and now I got you in that point.
Yeah.
And the thing, that's why it's so prevalent that we depend on God
Mm-hmm.
to assist us in whether a mate finding us
Mm-hmm.
in the case of Proverbs, when a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing,
Mm-hmm.
or even in that if we're meeting, we need to put God forefront in all of that, because otherwise we'll find ourselves doing the comparison. And guess what? Most of those comparisons might be fleshly, but you could even say this was more spiritual than this brother, this and that, and that, and that. You might still do that. Go, so
Mm-hmm.
go ahead. Mhm.
So in the era of social media, what we talk about,
Mhm.
you got the highlight reels,
Okay.
things that look so fictitious, basically,
Sure. Right.
versus real life.
Uh-huh.
Real life, they you butter up, you pretty up, you make things look like they're great. You show all the perfection on the reels.
And something with that too is that what is social media? Social media more or less gives us the result, the end thing, but it doesn't give us the process.
Right.
So we don't see the work, we see the end thing. And that's what we look at, whether it's someone that lost weight, a lot of times we may see, oh, before, about, afterwards. But
Mm-hmm.
what was the process to get there? And that's the thing, even with, you see the men, got 6 and 8 packs and this, that, and that. And then they selling some, whether supplement or some exercise gear. And the whole thing, we thinking that, oh boy, I just buy this and I'm there. Nope. So there's a process to all of this. And social media, I think it does give us a mirage, or gives us an illusion to things, and it takes the reality out.
Well, I
Go ahead.
got one thing here. When you
Mhm.
say that, there are like the little quote TV shows
Okay.
that they put out here that want to show us
Sure.
the story of how things are progressing and degressing, right?
Okay.
So they'll put out there. So you know how we say they're not showing us the
Right.
details.
Detail,
Oh,
yeah.
but they'll get on a story. I said story. It's a highlight of the great things.
Sure. Right.
And they may dress it up a little bit and show a little turmoil or something like in there, but it's still not real life.
Well, and I think media, Hollywood and all, they've been doing that for years, because just like, when you take shows like Hallmark, and I'm not trying to put anybody down, but you see these relationships, a lot of times they end up happily ever after. You look at Disney's done that happily ever after. But in the real world, we know life doesn't exactly work that way with the happily ever after. I'm not saying it can't happen, but what I'm saying, it's not all good. Life is not all good. There's realities there to get us to the good. And that's, we were just saying that we must have God's direction to get to the good, and that's what we're saying. It's not a filter, like we've seen people that have actually were actually older, and their face showed that they're older, but they use filters. Even some, I guess, they feel inadequate, and to use filters to beauty them up and do all this, that, and that. That's what social media has done.
Taking away the
Yeah,
blemishes
right,
and the
right.
things like that. The
Give us the real.
reality.
Give us the real.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what impact does comparison have on relationships? And this is what we'll share. So what impact has comparison had on your relationships in life? Okay, so we're gonna talk about some of the things there that maybe in addition to what you're feeling, but it can create some resentment and distance between people, period. Hey, I'm comparing you to this. Don't you compare me. That's one of the first things you hear if people know being compared. Remember, you hear songs, I'm sure you've heard some of these love songs, he can't do you like I can and all that, or and she can and all, I'm the best you ever, and comparisons. These songs, and you remember back in the day growing up in the 70s, 80s, used to hear some of the top singers where they have on radio stations. It's a thing, casting your vote. We got Luther versus Hetty. Comparison. Who is you gonna get the best vote?
What they call it? That was the verses.
No, that wasn't verses then.
Oh,
That verses came about doing,
COVID,
but what I'm saying, this is more or less that became popular then, but it was sort of on the same line. But back then, you had to vote and see who was the better. No, why can't we be great in our own lane? Why
yeah.
can't we? Why we got to be comparing to the Joneses, the Robinsons, the Browns, and everybody else? Why can't we be us and be great in the Roseboro space?
Right.
So, and that's the thing. So that's going to bring on distance and again resentment.
Also, I think we may have mentioned this before, it can make a spouse or another person feel undervalued.
Okay.
Undervalued.
Right.
Don't feel like you value anything about me because you're looking on this, thinking
Right.
I'm supposed to be like this person.
Can I say something too?
Mm-hmm.
Just, I'm gonna throw something out to you here. Is that what if the spouse himself or herself feel like you want somebody like that? Sounds like you want me to be like that, though the person may not have said that, but they may feel inadequacies without getting any comparison. Meaning, I
So they
think
are being compared.
they're doing the comparison, not necessarily the spouse. So I'm saying a person could feel all the inadequacies too and undervalue within themselves.
You know why I think?
Go ahead.
Because that's the facade that they're looking at. They're looking at the outside, the perfection of the outside, and then start looking at
Checking themselves.
checking themselves,
Right.
and comparing themselves.
And the spouse may not have never done it. So you can definitely have that. So
Well, you gotta check yourself.
Right. So, in one thing too, when it comes down to it, what can comparison do? Comparison, just like as we saying, if you feel that within yourself, and your spouse never said, you could develop jealousies within yourself. And guess what? It could be secret competition. It could be secret or it could be open competition. Like the whole time you're thinking, I gotta be better, I gotta be quicker, I gotta be this, that, in order not to lose something or to keep things. So definitely. Right.
Yeah. So also can, as we say, it replaces, when we talk about we or they.
Okay. Right.
So we just gotta be really careful on how the impacts of comparison can impact a relationship.
Say it again.
We have to be careful of the impact that the comparison out here will impact our relationship. I know what I was
Use
saying.
impact twice.
I used it twice.
Girl used impact 2 times, y'all.
But it was relevant, right?
Okay, that's all right. We got you. Come on, girl. Okay. So, all right, that's the thing. So be careful of how comparisons can impact a relationship, period. Because they can. And they can impact in a negative way. Can they impact in a positive way? Comparison?
Well, it could.
It could cause somebody to get, let's say, if somebody were taking something for granted, it could wake some people up to say, And you remember a term that brother we know used to say that, or the cat gonna eat your supper. Remember, and you used to hear that kind of thing. Oh, you better. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it is a country saying. That was what I was saying. Definitely country. But in other words, you don't want someone else to come in and upset your situation. So if it causes you to get up off your behind and do something, well, then great. Great.
But if you take it that way.
Yes, right. That's what I'm saying.
Take it that way
Yeah.
to better yourself.
Yeah. And I'm just
better
talking about,
yourself.
if it improves you, comparison sometimes improve a person, improves. So I know we've seen comparisons like our kid in school, our son Darren school. And I remember a teacher called us in and she grabbed his work and grabbed another child's work and said, oh, see, Darren's work is not like Johnny's. Look. And I'm thinking like, woman, if you don't stop, so you got to be careful about comparison. So
yeah.
Go ahead.
So I do know, like in a scripture, how that is relevant to how we have to be content.
Okay, right.
I know we just spoke about looking at the comparison of bettering
Right.
certain
Right.
circumstances and situations, but we
Yes.
also have to have that positivity within ourselves, because we go to Philippians 4:11 and 12, and it talks about, I have learned to be content.
Mm-hmm.
So even if I may be looking to better myself in a situation, because me and my daughter talks all the time about certain things that we would, kind of like to slim down with certain things because of certain situations we may have seen, but we're looking at ourselves.
Okay. Yeah.
We're looking at ourselves. But yet, what we don't want to erase is the contentment that we have within ourselves right now.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Being and in whatever to say, in whatever the circumstance may be.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Okay.
have to uphold that as well.
Okay. Okay. All right. We got you. So then you were mentioning some things about scripture, and I want to add something from the book of Proverbs, 14:30. It says that a heart at peace gives life, to the body, and also, but envy, when it comes in, it causes a rotting to the bone. So we have to, again, be careful when it comes down to this.
Yeah, yeah.
Go ahead.
Now we want to offer some solutions and tools that can benefit
Okay. Mm-hmm.
from that, taking away from your facade and delusion of what somebody else see out there,
Sure. Mm-hmm.
and focus on you.
Okay.
Focus on you and your spouse. Focus, your household.
Okay.
So within yourself, I want you to list 3 things that you can be grateful for.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Right. Go ahead.
A challenge,
Finish.
a
Yes.
gratitude. Be
Okay. That's
grateful.
good. That's
Have
good.
a gratitude challenge
Mm-hmm.
with you and your spouse.
Well, right.
Mhm.
And we said something earlier. I'm sorry, I was getting excited a minute, but we said something earlier about the comparison. It causes us sometimes to be ungrateful. So right now, what you just said, now you a gratitude challenge to write down 3 things daily. How long are we going to do this for?
Do it for a week.
Okay. Okay.
Do it
All
for a
right.
week, and then you go back and reflect.
Okay. All right.
For 7 days. 7 days.
Mhm.
Starting today. Thursday's those. So when we come back on next week, I hope you can share them with us, maybe.
Okay. And
Okay.
even,
Alright.
email,
Yeah.
comment it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Send it to us. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
The second thing we want to do, we definitely want to look at our social media usage. And I'm not going to tell you to take a break off social media. What I'm going to say is filter your social media. Filter down to positive.
Mhm.
I've heard a loved one of mine, I just listened to just this morning. I'll go say something to another loved one, say, "Oh, I just saw this on my phone where such and such," and it was negative news. And it's just like we're reporting the negative. And let's build on the positive note.
Yeah.
Take that, a social media filter break. Not saying no social media, because social media is not all bad, but we're saying focus on the positive.
Right.
Mhm.
And filter. Like
Yes.
you say, filter
Okay.
that. And then we want to, number 3, we want to celebrate others without being envious.
Ooh,
Without
boy.
envying.
Yeah.
Because I fell into that trap.
Yeah.
Like I
Right.
said years ago, when we were in different place of living, and I used to see what it appeared to me to be such a beautiful thing. The house is bigger and everything, and all that. And then I had envy.
Mhm.
I had envy because I wish that was something that we had.
Okay.
That's not healthy.
No,
It's not healthy, and nor is it beneficial. So you have to turn that around and celebrate when you see. So be sincere about it. I ain't saying be pretentious now. Celebrate the great things that you see in someone else.
Yes.
Without being envying.
Sure. Absolutely. And with that, I think it was let me see what chapter of scripture it talks about. I think it's the Psalms 37. I know one of the scriptures talk about not envying other people when they prosper, in their way. So we've got to be careful with that because again, it, wish treat other people, as the scripture say, like you desire to be treated. Do unto others as you have them do unto you. So if you would want people to celebrate you, then celebrate them on their achievements. Here's somebody, hey, I just got a raise. Oh, okay. Yeah. Mhm. No, celebrate other people. Definitely. Also,
And four.
another thing we like to do, let's just focus on your purpose as a couple. Just what is your purpose? Lord, what is the purpose for us? And that's what we ought to focus on. Not necessarily the focus on your neighbors, but your focus. What is your purpose, Lord, for us? And we say everybody has a voice. You have a voice. You have experiences. And ask God, Lord, what is our experience meant to accomplish in this world, with others? Go ahead. Next one.
And I would also instill prayer, for contentment and perspective. Have a focus on being content in where you are and what you have. Let's say you got to stay there.
Oh, sure. Right.
But being content, being satisfied with what you have, with the expectation of getting better.
Sure.
Or doing something different, and have a better perspective.
Yeah. And when you say contentment, the Bible teaches us to be content in what state?
All.
Every state. Yes, definitely. So that's the thing. Not saying that, I'm happy and satisfied right here. I'll be content, So, all right. So we want to do here, share some quotes with you. And I know you probably may be familiar with some of these. And you may not. Okay. But the thing we're going to say. So listen, don't compare your behind the scenes to somebody else's highlight reels. In other words, the thing that we're thinking, we may think this is the movie, and it's not for somebody else. We're looking at only highlights, or we're looking at previews or trailers, and we think that is the whole movie for somebody. And we're saying, oh, look at that. They're this, that. Stop doing that. Yeah. Your behind the scenes is part of your movie. Don't look at somebody else. Stop comparing those things.
Yeah. And then another quote has been said is, your marriage ain't broke. It's just different.
Right. Okay.
Is that may be an okay quote.
Right.
That's one quote that you can look at, and you ain't so much broken because you don't have what this one have or don't have what that one had. It's different.
Yes.
And there's nothing wrong with being different.
Absolutely not. And one thing too is that, and even to make a note to take it, there's nothing wrong with being different. I would say this. I'm gonna have to add something to that little caveat. Nothing wrong with being different within self, but make your difference pleasing to God and His Word. Okay, let me go ahead and put that out. So another quote is this: the only person that you should be comparing yourself to is who you were yesterday to who you are today. Are you better? Are you more? Are you smarter or more wiser today than you were yesterday? Make that, and stop doing it with the neighbors, with everybody else, your friends that seem to look like they're doing well. Okay.
Yeah. Right. So it's basically, it's the person that you're looking at in the mirror.
Absolutely. Man and woman in the mirror.
Yeah.
Okay. So we do appreciate you all hanging out with us today. And we wish you well in your relationships. And we're going to ask you this. As the old saying goes, the grass.
It's not always greener.
No. What was it? The old saying.
Is greener.
And the grass is greener on the other side. So guess what? What I want to say to you is this. The only way the grass can be greener for you is that you have to nurture it. You have to aerate, fertilize, lime, get the soil right,
Cut it.
reseed, and once it grows up,
Mhm.
manicure it just right.
Mhm.
Stop looking at the neighbor's yard. They are nurturing their yard while you are admiring and envying theirs and not doing anything to your own.
Yes.
That could be your wife, your husband,
Your
your
children.
children. Yes, your mom and dad, other relatives. It could be your job, things you do, your car, your home. Come on, man. Come on, man. As they say, take care of your own.
Take care of
Okay.
your own. And lastly, I want to say, stop comparing. Stop it.
Oh boy, that's so
Just
hard.
stop it.
Lord, we
Stop comparing
Mm-hmm.
because it's messing you up. It's messing up your relationship. It's messing all of us up.
Yeah, man.
You're gonna stop comparing and start appreciating.
Yes. Yes. That's
Take that tip
Wow.
and use it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and every time you start feeling that way, switch that thing around.
Appreciating and gratitude.
Appreciate and gratitude.
Appreciate you, my love.
Appreciate you.
I love you. All right.
So, and we appreciate
You. Yes.
Yes, we appreciate you sharing our Thursday's dose.
Yes.
You know, take this dose of
working.
medicine if that is what you need.
Yes.
Share it to a friend, family, relative, whoever. Share it and fester in that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, live in that and stop comparing.
You're better than the things you compare yourself to. Stop putting yourself down. You're more than that.
Yes.
Okay.
Like we say, unless you're comparing, because all comparing is bad. Right?
Unless you're comparing
To better yourself.
to better and improve yourself. That's
Yeah.
the thing.
So,
So definitely, if you're down here, you're comparing, I need to be here.
yeah.
I don't think anything is wrong with that.
Yeah.
If it gets you off your behind, gets you moving, do it. Yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we appreciate you, and
Definitely.
all of you all
Mm-hmm.
by also hitting that share button to loved ones and friends.
Mm-hmm.
Got
Definitely.
more content, more messages, more things that we're building for you and for us
Yes.
as a community.
Yes. We want to build our community. We ask that you, hey, go ahead and talk to us. You know, if our content is actually changing your life or giving you things to think about to improve life, then we're doing this together. We're on a journey together. We ask that you, hey, hit your folk up.
Yeah.
Let's know. Like I said, we're real people. And then two, we're going to actually, if you want to donate to our cause, because again, we look at this as ministry. We're going to ask you, we're going to include our Cash App, you know, on our episodes. You can do that. I mean, freely. We're not. No. We're not trying to talk it, make you. No. Do it willingly. But we're just saying that it's available. And also we have merch available as well. And the things here is that we want to be your people.
Yeah. And let's not
And we want you to be out.
forget the merch.
Yes.
Part of that percentage goes towards St.
Jesus.
When we have a heart
Yeah.
and a dedication toward them. And I hope you do too.
Yes. Right.
So
Mhm.
until next time,
Right. Just keeping it real with Charles and
Melendia,
we talking about love, faith, and
relationships.
yes. Peace out, y'all. Love you. Work.
Stop
Keep
comparing.
it working. Stop comparing. All right. Peace out.
Bye.
Days and sometimes months soon. Just keeping it real, no pretend. Charles and Melendia till the end. Through the highs and the lows, we'll mend. Together we always ascend. Real stories from heart to heart. Conversations that set us apart. Relationships, let's all take part. Building bonds from the start. Just keeping it real, no pretend. Charles and Melendia. Just keeping it real, don't pretend. Charles and Melendia till the end. Through the highs and the lows,